Hi everyone, welcome back to Coding Hives. In today's video, we are going to build something super cool. We are going to create our own AI agent using Python's Flask and OpenAI's GPT model. And don't worry, you don't need to be an expert. I will walk you through everything step by step. So first, what do we mean by an AI agent? It is basically a program that can understand our input, think or generate based on that and respond intelligently. So think of it like a mini ChatGPT built just for our project, like answering questions or writing content and so on. Okay, this is a sample AI agent demo. Here I will simply ask a question: who came first, egg or chicken? So this is the answer A gave us for the question chicken or egg came first. Okay. This is some answer like the age-old question of whether the chicken or the egg came first is a philosophical and scientific debate and blah blah blah. Okay. So now to create our own AI agent, we need just few tools. So we are using Python, then Flask, a mini web framework, and OpenAI API that brings the smartness. That brings answer for our questions. And optionally, we can use a HTML, CSS for the user interface. So here I just used a simple HTML only, no more CSS. So first we will create a directory, a folder. So here I'm going to create a folder. Now I will open VS Code. So this is our project folder. First, I will create an environment variable. So for that, I can use this command like Python env space venv. Okay, this will create a virtual environment named venv. Clear. Now we need to activate our virtual environment, right? So for that, we can use this command like venv slash scripts slash activate. Okay, this will activate our virtual environment. You can see it here, this one. Now we need to install all the tools we needed. So here we can use pip install Flask, then OpenAI, then Python .env. The installation is completed. Okay, now we need to set up an OpenAI API key. So for that, to visit openai.com. So this is the platform for OpenAI. So here we need to get the API key, right? You can search API key here. Now you can create a new secret key here. You can give any name. So here I am giving AI agent and can select default project, create secret key. So now our API key is generated. You can copy this API key. So next create a file named .env. Okay, so here I am creating a .env file. Here we need to paste the API key we got from that platform. Okay, so we need to store this API key into a variable like this: OpenAI underscore API underscore key. Okay, so this is our Open API key. So by using this .env file, our key stays private and our code can securely read it. Okay, so whenever you are uploading this code in GitHub, no need to commit this env file. You can use .ignore and you can mention .env in it. Okay, you need to create a file named app.py as we are using Flask. Okay. So here I am creating a file named app.py. Okay. Now here we will write the Flask code to create the agent. Okay. So here first we need to import all the modules we needed. So here first I am writing from Flask import Flask. Okay. Then we need a render template, then a request. Okay, so this handles web routes and forms. Okay, now I also need to load the env file safely. Okay, so for that I can write from env import load.env. So this one loads the env file safely. Okay, now we need to import os. Also we need to import OpenAI, right? So from OpenAI import OpenAI, clear? So this is the official OpenAI client. Okay, now we need to load the environment variable from this .env file. In this .env file the environment variable is in this variable, right? So we need to load this. So for that we can use load.env. Clear? Next, you need to get the OpenAI key from the environment. So for that, you can use like this: client is equal to OpenAI, then in parenthesis, API key is equal to os dot get env. Get env. Then in parenthesis, we need to give the variable name. So here the variable name is OpenAI underscore API underscore key. Clear? So this will get the OpenAI key from the environment. Clear? Now we will create the Flask app. Okay. So for that we can write app is equal to Flask, then name. Okay. So this will create the Flask app. Now we will define the route. I mean, when the user is entering something, it need to get the response from the AI and should display it in the output, right? So we can write something like this. We will use a decorator like app dot root. Okay, app dot root. Then here we can mention the base. I mean the root. Need to assign the methods, right? I mean get or post. So here methods equal to, we can write get comma post. Okay, so this is our root, and inside that we can write the function name. Okay, so here I am writing the function name as a home. Okay, so here first what I need to do is I will just declare a variable as a response. I mean this variable is used to store the response back from the AI. Okay, so here initially I am assigning it as a empty string response. Then we will check if request, like we are giving some request, right? So request dot method equal to post. If it is post, you can write user input. I mean the whatever user is inputting, that will store in this user input variable. Okay, equal to request dot form, then inside this user input. Okay, so this line of code will get the form data, like whatever the user is entering will get in this variable. Okay, now we need to send this user input to the OpenAI, right? So for that I am writing a variable like completion. Completion is equal to client dot chat dot completions dot create. Okay, Here we need to mention the model and other details like model equal to, here you can mention I'm using GPT 3.5 Turbo. Okay, so this is the model. Also we can write the messages. Messages is equal to, so here in a dictionary we can assign a role, a system, then content. Here I can add your a helpful assistant. And another one is a role user, then content, and the value is user input. That means whatever question the user is entering will be passed to the model. Okay, this is the request sent to API. Now we will receive some response from API, right? So we can assign that response equal to completion dot choices of 0. That means it will select the first response. Okay, comma messages, comma content. So this will extract the reply from AI. Okay, now we can return this response to a template. Okay, so I will return a render template. Then I will create one HTML file named index.html. Okay, and data we will pass a response. Okay, so here I can write response is equal to response. Okay, so this will be the output. I mean this data will be sent to the front end. Okay, and lastly we need to run the app, right? So for that I can write if underscore underscore name equal to main. If so, we need to run, right? So you can write app dot run, then debug equal to true. Okay, I think now our app.py is okay. Now our app.py will work. Next, we need to make a simple HTML file, okay, to render the output. First, I will make a folder named templates, and inside this template, I will create an HTML file like index.html. Okay, so here we will add some basic HTML only, not that much complicated. In the head section, we will add a title like title. I can give AI agent. Okay, AI agent. This is our head, and in the body part, I can make a heading something like H2, and I will write talk to AI agent. Okay, talk to AI agent. We can add some symbol like here, like robots. Yeah, so this image will come. Okay, only one is needed. Next I will make a form like form, then this method is post, right? We need to submit, so I will make it as post, and inside that I will add a text area where there the user can add what the question to the AI. Okay, so here I am writing test area, then I will use name equal to user input. Okay, so this is the user input, and I can add some rows. I mean, I am adding 5. Also columns I can add 40. Then I can give some placeholder like you can ask me anything. Okay, so I'm adding ask me anything, and I'm just making this close. That's it, right? Okay, so and then I will make a BR, so it will give a break, I mean one line. Now we will add a button to submit, right? So I am adding button, then type equal to submit. um, then inside this I am adding send. Okay, so this is like a send button, send. Okay, so that much in the form. Now once the form is submitted, we need to show the results back from the AI, right? So for that I can use some Jinja formatting like this. Percentage, if there is a response, if a response, then what we need to do. Okay, if there is a response, then what I'm going to do is I will use one heading tag, h3 tag, and here I will write AI or response, and that response I can show in a p tag. Okay, so I'm simply showing it in uh, p tag. Okay, and we will close the end if, I mean percentage end if. Okay, so that's it. This is the basic HTML. You can make it more better. So now we will try to run this code. So here I can add Python app.py, right? Now I will run this. I hope it will work. Now this is our AI agent. I will add some question. Give a study plan for AI engineer. Okay. So we are getting some output like this. Okay. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.